very focused usually on solving the problems.
Mm-hmm.
And what you say is right. The vicious circle of violence is very obvious. When Hamas did what they did, we knew exactly what Israel would do, and we know exactly how the Palestinian children are going to react to this, and how they're going to grow to want to kill Israelis. So we know exactly what's going to happen in the circle of violence. And so for me, the question, when I see something like this, is okay. I have my emotional reaction to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to take it and I need to put it aside. And I say, then, how the fuck do I solve this? And there's one aspect of all this problem that nobody's discussing, but I think is crucial to the solution, right? When we're talking about solution, everybody's talking about do you need a state or not for Palestinians? Like, is there the right to return? What's happening with the settlements? Like, these are the things that are discussed. I think they're fairly discussed. But there's one thing that matters way more than this, that nobody's discussing, which is what's happening in people's brains.
Mm.
Like those children that have been growing up like this for the next 70 years of Palestine, they're going to be hating Israel. There is no way you can have, and vice versa, there is no way you can have peace in this situation. And so the number one priority actually is rebooting the operating systems of everybody in the area, and then more generally in the world, right? And so how do you do this? I think for me, one of the things that I've thought about is two pieces. Most of the information that people get are from the media and from education.
Mm-hmm.
So you need neutrality on both sides. If you look at how Japan and especially Germany were turned around after World War II, it was basically somebody comes in and shows to the Germans, like, this is what you did. Like, look at the bodies of the people, right? You need a complete reboot of the operating system. And so in this situation, how can you, and on both sides here, how can you have a complete reboot of the operating system? Well, on the education side, I think there should be a common core of education on the Israeli side and the Palestinian side that is agreed by both sides and covers geography, history, morals, like religion. So all of these covered by education needs to be agreed upon by both sides, and that's what both Israelis and Palestinians learn at school. So that's on the education side. If you don't do something like this, there's going to be hatred. If there's hatred, there's not going to be safety, and if there's no safety, both sides are going to be at odds. Right? One of the reasons why Israelis don't want a Palestinian state is because they think this is going to lead to more violence towards them, right? And Palestinians are suffering the violence every day. And so the education is a core piece. Another piece is with the media, right? I know the sources that Israelis receive because I receive them, and so I went to find sources that Palestinians find. And what the content of that Palestinians sent me is all the instances where Israeli soldiers have been killing and laughing at the death of Palestinian civilians, right? And so I haven't corroborated the sources, so I need to do this and all that. But I understand if that's the only content that they receive, that the reaction is going to be this one. And so what this means is the social media in particular, but media in general, is creating this polarization. And so how do you eliminate this? Well, in the United States, there was something called the fairness doctrine until like 40 years ago, which basically said you need to show both sides. And it was eliminated because it's against freedom of speech, but polarization in the United States starts increasing after that. And so I think this is an interesting data point that tells me, okay, maybe we need something like fairness doctrine, where all the media in Israel and Palestine for the next X decades actually require fairness doctrine, and if not, they lose their license, right? You can definitely do this for mass media. In the case of social media, I'm not sure how you would do it, but I'm pretty sure you can tweak algorithms to make sure that both sides receive similar content. And I think both of these things, the education side and the media side, would do the best, would have the biggest impact in rebooting the OS of the region.
Mm-hmm.